Good morning, all you beautiful people out there. Hope everyone's had a stress-free week this week. It's Friday for me, and I'm finished cutting for the week and won't get back at it until next week. So today I want to do a rant for the week, my rant for the week. So, parents, don't let your babies grow up to be sorry. You know what's next. Morning, everybody. Dre back at you with another video. Tell you, I was sitting there thinking about today's generation and how the parents are pretty much letting the kids dictate, what they're doing or what they want to do, sitting around the house, soaking up your parents' air and everything. But I was simply thinking about how easy it was for me to start the lawn care after I retired. And when I started, the way I started was I was just at I was at my rent house cutting the yard, and the guy come up to me and say, "Hey man, you do this for a living? I need my yard cut." Homeowners homeowner was pretty much on him about keeping his yard cut. And I didn't want to lie to the guy and say I was doing it as a business. So I just looked and I asked him, I said, "Hey, what you got?" And he told me, he said, "I got my yard here. Can you cut it? All I need to cut, first he told me, can I cut it?" I said, "Yeah, I can do it where you live." He lived, right down the street from where I was cutting. And I told him, yeah, I said, "Well, man, it'll be $35. It'll be $35 because, all the homes on that street, the yard was very, very small." So when I got down there, he said, "Hey, I just need you to cut the front." I said, "Wow, he's gonna give me $35 just to cut the front. It's about 10 minutes of work. Cool." So I cut the front and he liked it, and he said, "Well, man, can you come every 2 weeks?" I said, "Yeah, no problem." So I'm thinking, that was just one yard, and all I had was a blower, a weed eater, a handheld blower, a weed eater, and a push mower. Once I did it, I came back the second week and I cut the yard. He was very impressed, and I told him, "I'll see you in 2 weeks." Well, I got a call at about 8 or 9 days. Say, "Hey man, everybody yard around here is looking good, man. Mine's looking raggedy. I know I told you come every 2 weeks, but can you come and cut it tomorrow?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I tell you what, why don't I just start coming every 10 days? Then, your yard will stay looking pretty good, and you and your neighbors, all y'all be looking good at the same time." And he said, "Okay." So I started coming every 10 days. Then after I started coming every 10 days, I decided, I said, "Well, man, this is something I can do. I can do this. This is easy." So I went and put an ad in, got me a Google page, a Google ad, and I started getting calls from Google. I started getting referrals from him and then other people that I was cutting. And within 7 months, I bought a zero turn, backpack blower, and bought all this equipment, and it took off from there. And I never had to put a knock on the door or anything. And I was thinking, the money that I was making, I said, "Wow, this is easy." So why are so many kids, young men, sitting at home doing nothing, and the parents are letting them sit at home soaking up the air doing nothing? It's too easy to find a job out here. It's too easy to find a job here in America. You can get a power washer and wash the driveway. You get a power washer, wash people's garage door off. You can get a jigsaw, do woodworking. It's a lot of things that young men can do instead of sitting around the house doing anything and soaking up the air, soaking up the parents' AC while they're at work. So it kind of bothers me that the parents are just letting these kids get away with stuff like this, and that they're saying it's there's no jobs out there, or this is not what they want to do. He's trying to find something he like to do, and that's full of baloney. I worked 30 years at a job that I didn't want to do, but it took care of my household. I sent 3 kids to college. One of my sons, I worked 6 days a week for 4 years to get him through college, and it was all at a job that took care of my family, but that's not what I wanted to do in life. And it's a lot of people, half of the people that are working now are probably doing jobs that they really don't want to do, or that that's not what they, was working toward or wanted to do in life. So I don't want to hear about it's not the kind of job they want to do. You have to work, and especially the young men. And the other day I was sitting at a street light, and here in Houston, and I'm pretty sure it's probably other places as well, we have people sitting on the corners begging for money or trying to do something for money or whatever. And I got to thinking, I say, even these people know the concept of the value of working for what they want. And I had this one guy, and I'm just assuming that he was strung out on drugs. I don't know, but he had his shirt off, and he walked up to my truck, and he just started wiping the front of my truck and the side of my truck with his shirt. And I'm looking at him, and I started laughing. Then I got to think, I said, you know what? He's not sitting at home. Now, what he's working toward, I don't know. That's not for me to judge. If he was trying to get drugs, or if he was trying to get a drink, or if he was trying to eat, that's not for me to decide. But the concept is he knew that he had to do something to get paid. So when he came around the side of my window, I reached down and got some change, whatever I had in my hand, and gave it to him, and he said, thank you. Then he went on, and I'm pretty sure that's not what he wanted to do in life. I don't know, have no idea, what happened to the young man, but not just him, all other people. We have people out here on the corner, like I say, in the sun, out here in 100 degrees, if they're not wiping down your windows. Now, we have some that are just begging for money and they're not doing anything, but at the same time, I can still give them credit for sitting out there in that hot sun, trying to do something instead of sitting at home not doing anything. So see what I'm saying? So parents, mothers, you have your boys and you're raising one parent, single mother raising your son. Don't let them grow up to be sorry. Get them out the house and make them do something. I don't care if it's something you don't want to do. Make them get out the house, go do something. But don't just let them sit around and be lazy and be sorry. And some parents don't even know that their kids are like that, or that the kids may be lazy or sorry, but I'm gonna give you 2 or 3 examples that maybe your kid or your son is probably lazy or sorry. Number 1, if your son is riding around with his girlfriend and he's in the passenger seat, he may be on the verge of being lazy. The son is at a restaurant and his girlfriend is in the front of him and she's buying her food, and she turn around and look and ask him what he wants. He may be on the verge of being sorry. So don't ignore the sign. There's a couple of more that I can do. It's kind of funny, and I'm trying to be serious and funny at the same time, but again, if your son is growing up and he don't have a car, don't want a car, and not interested in driving, he may be on the verge of being sorry. Guess that's my rant for the week. I appreciate you all for watching. I thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please give me that thumbs up, subscribe, share. Put some comments in the thing. I'd like to hear what you all think and what's on y'all mind as well. But again, appreciate appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all take care. We'll see you on the next one.